They had some big announcements for StarCraft 2 today. GSL and ESL have announced. Here's the down and dirty of it, okay? Funding has been drastically cut for StarCraft 2 from Blizzard. Okay? So, I mean, over the years it goes down and stuff. You know, GSL has been shrinking for some time. You'll notice that for the last couple of years we've been doing like round of 24 and things like that in like different formats and stuff, and it has been getting smaller. And now with the prize pool cut, you can see here, like Afrika TV is trying to keep this alive. Okay, they're trying to keep GSL alive, and it's painful. So, for instance, instead of 3 GSL Code S and 2 Super Tournaments, it's going to be 3 GSL Code S. Also, the days are drastically cut. The days have now dropped. In GSL's prime, it was like 17 days, I want to say, per season, and that's gone down each season for the or not each season, but each year for the last few years, per season, right? So, like, in the past, I remember numbers like 43 days of GSL in a year, stuff like that. You know, possibly more than that in some of the years, especially early on. Now, it's 7 days per season, okay? Yeah, as you can see, it's only 34 million won. That's approximately $34,000 prize pool per season. And so that's 21 days total. That's 7 days a season, okay? 4, 5, 6, 7, or 2 groups. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe, no, maybe it's 8 days. It's 8 days or 7 days. So it's 21 or 20, or 24 days. Either way, that's obviously not very much airtime. Taking a look, right? So first place, 10 million Korean won. So it's approximately 10K USD. It's a little bit less at the exchange rates. So like first place, 10,000, 5,000, etc. You only get $1,000 for getting into GSL now, right? So to put this in perspective, this is the prize pool for GSL is down by 80%. It is down by 80% this year, if I'm not mistaken. That's a lot of prize money gone. There's only 16 slots. This doesn't. I mean, I'm glad that GSL, like Afrika TV's keeping GSL around, but does this look sustainable? I'm not sure. I'm not sure that this really looks sustainable. Already, Korea was having a hard time because we don't have a lot of new players that join into StarCraft 2. We've been on basically the same group with like very few exceptions coming in for quite some time. And now when you look at the size of the prize pools and how little you're going to get to play, like the less days that you have that you're playing in big tournaments that a lot of people are watching, the less likely you're going to get sponsorships, right? Which is a big part of a lot of these guys' income. And I think something that we have to look at directly here, StarCraft 1 does very well in Korea, and all these StarCraft 2 pros could go play StarCraft 1. I have a feeling, a bad feeling, that we're going to lose the StarCraft 1 pros to StarCraft 2 pros to StarCraft 1. A lot of them already are extremely good. Most of them were pros in StarCraft 1 before. You know, I heard SOS was getting ready to play GSL again. He's one of the top players in StarCraft 1 right now. Deer, one of the top players in StarCraft 1. These guys aren't in ASL yet, but they're really good. Sue actually was like top 5 on the ladder last year. Like Sue, the Zerg player, right? I mean, Maru is more talented and skilled than I think most of the StarCraft 1 pros. I have no doubt that he could switch over and be a pro. TY obviously already said that he's playing both. You know, you look at this and it's like, yeah, it feels like there's a very good chance we're going to have a lot of this Korean StarCraft 2 pros. Like, I don't know for sure, but I mean, this doesn't look like something that can support a player. Okay, let's say that you're Maru, and looking at GSL, you expect to win at least one GSL per year. Let's say you expect to win one, you expect to top 4 2. So you're making 10 million won plus another 4.6 million won, 14.6 million won over the course of the year. That is not very much prize money. Obviously, prize money, again, not the only way that people live. There are some side tournaments and stuff. But yeah, it's tough for GSL. I hope that GSL makes it through this, but that's it's a tough situation. It's a tough situation. ESL, they got a lot of funding cut as well. So they got a lot of funding cut, but they're a different type of company than Afrika TV, and it looks like they are gonna just like eat a lot of costs here. Their prize budget is also dropping quite a bit. Their prize pool is going down by 50%. Okay, overall from this past year to the next year, it's going down 50% in prizes, right? But there's some good news here too. It looks like they are keeping a lot of things going on. ESL Open Cups, right? That's great. 2 online ESL StarCraft 2 Masters Regionals with live finals and the EPT Championships, right? So the EPT Championship, to take this out of the lingo that they've written here, this is generally Katowice. These here, ESL, these are like DreamHacks, basically, right? So DreamHack Summer 2023 in Jönköping, as well as DreamHack Atlanta 2023. Okay, that's great. The championship, they haven't announced it. It's normally at Katowice. I would expect that to continue, but who knows? Right, so that's 3 big LAN events and online stuff. I mean, it's still, StarCraft 2 is still going to be here. There's still going to be professional StarCraft 2, but as the funding dwindles, and like, I mean, it's already really hard for a wide range of players to make money, but if there's like less places to show your skills and less prize money and all this, that is something that's going to be really hard for a lot of pro gamers, right? And even for like casters and stuff, right? Like, for instance, this is not just unsustainable to GSL. Like, it doesn't just seem it for pros, for casters as well. If I still lived in Korea and this was my only gig, this wouldn't pay for all my rent all year, doing all the days. Like, you know, that's painful. So that's some tough stuff. So what's the future of StarCraft 2 look like? Well, this year we have it, and I'm thankful that we're going to get some GSL and we're going to get some ESL stuff, and you know, there's still going to be professional playing going on. But something I've said for a really long time, like since Stormgate was announced, basically, I've been saying that I think that when Stormgate comes out, it will just straight up kill StarCraft 2. And there were some dissenting opinions, mostly of people that have rose-colored glasses on. I think at this point, nobody can deny that when Stormgate comes out, StarCraft 2 is... I mean, when it's shrinking this much, everyone's going to go play Stormgate, and it's going to be, like... it's pretty clear to me. It's pretty clear to me. I think that StarCraft 2 is going to dry up like completely once Stormgate comes out. I think StarCraft 1 is going to continue to live on and be completely fine as it has been. It's not affected by this. In fact, StarCraft 1 will probably gain from StarCraft 2 being hurt because we'll get, like, I think a lot of the GSL pros will go to StarCraft 1 and bring some additional fans, bring some additional excitement to it. Yeah, we all hope that Stormgate will do well because, like, I mean, it seems like every year everything's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And, you know, I think something that hurts this almost more than the actual lack of the numbers is what that does to people's excitement about the game, because it makes it feel like it's dying, right? When it feels like it's dying, it already takes a lot of damage to the player, not just the player base, but, like, it's hard to get excited to practice. Like, if you want to be a StarCraft 2 pro, that takes years to do. right? So if you're not a StarCraft 2 pro right now, and you're not right on the brink of it, like this year you're going to make it, do you practice your ass off when you see this happen? Oof. Oof. That's... You got to think about that, right? And, like, some of the fans might be like, oh, God, there's just not as much anymore. This is, you know, I love to watch GSL, and there's going to be, like, 21 days this year or something. Or maybe it was 24 days, whatever it was. Yeah, it's an unfortunate set of announcements. But that's what it is. It's... I don't, for the record, I don't understand, just the watching how Blizzard manages it. It's just like, I don't get it. I don't get it. RTS is a worthwhile thing to be in. There's a lot of RTS fans, and like, it goes down and down and down and down and down and down and down. And it's like, I mean, that's why companies like Stormgate are popping up, and, you know, like, how are you going to compete with that? You can't. You can't. Because you just don't actually have anyone there making decisions that's excited about RTS or StarCraft. But yeah, there you have it. That's the situation that's going on with StarCraft 2.